Welcome to the Recon Trader. In today's video, I will share with you some tactical analysis over on the Bitcoin chart, as yesterday Bitcoin took a big dump, and so it is only appropriate that we jump right into the charts. So with that being said, we'll start over here on the 1 hour chart for Bitcoin. And the key level I was keeping an eye on at the beginning of the week, if you recall in the video I released on Monday, I was keeping an eye on the 37.5 level for support, as we had seen Bitcoin's price come down into that zone on multiple occasions and typically get a nice bounce out of that zone. However, yesterday the price managed to dump through that zone, which it proceeded to sell off to about 35.5, only to bounce and get rejected at 36.5 and sell right back down to 35,258, where once again it has found support. So somewhere between 35.5 and 35,000 seems to be a level of support currently. However, that 36,000 to 36.5 is now going to more than likely turn into resistance, which is not very good news for the Bitcoin bulls. And so if we jump over here to the daily chart, you can see some of the levels we were looking at earlier in the week. We had a couple trend lines that one of them had been breached, and the second trend line was based on the actual lower low wicks down here. That was really the level, along with this yellow line you see running through the chart, the 37.5. That was going to be key levels of support. And if those levels were breached, then Bitcoin's price was more than likely headed down towards this 786 level that we had looked at earlier in the week in that video. And if you're missing out on those videos, you might want to shoot that subscribe button so you don't miss out on these tactical analysis videos. And so the 786 level really was our next line in the sand to hold, and that was at around 36,250. And if we look back here, we had support at 36,250 here. And we also had some support right here around that zone. And unfortunately, right now, that level has been breached on today's daily candle. Now, the key is, does it close below the 786 level? If it does, then the probability of a continuation of this sell-off down to the 33,000 level, which is the red line on the Fibonacci right here, and that would correspond to pretty much this low back here of 32.9. So the close of today's candle really could determine the direction of which way Bitcoin is going to move, and thus we really need to wait for the close of today's candle to determine if we're going lower, or is there a probability that we might get a bounce here at the 786 if the buyers decide to step up, and then how high could they push the price? There will definitely be resistance, more than likely at the 37.5 level, as that was really strong support in the past. And so the first level the bulls would need to get the price above would be 37.5. After that, more than likely 40,500. Then it's looking back up at around 42,000 to 43,000. Anything above 45.5, then we could see bullish continuation to perhaps all-time new highs. But right now, the bears have complete control of the battlefield, and they will be looking to push the price back towards this 33,000 level. After that, the next Fibonacci retracement level is the 1272 level, and that's coming in right around 28.9, which is interesting because the low of last summer's sell-off was 28.8. And so there is the possibility of returning back to that low. It's actually typically no coincidence when these numbers show up over and over again. Now, if we jump over here to the weekly chart, there are some interesting possibilities setting up. We could be looking at perhaps an ABCD pattern, which could be very bullish, although it would take several months, probably 6 or more months, to actually play out. And that pattern would be your A to your B to your C to your D, and then typically the next leg goes above your A, and so you would have an all-time new high. That's one possibility. However, on the flip side, we may have the opposite. We may have an A to your B to your C we might get a D something like up into here, and then perhaps a bigger retracement back down here to the 1618 level on the Fibonacci retracement, and that would be around 23,000. But for now, really looking at the chart, we certainly want to see 36,000 hold. If it does not hold, more than likely the price is headed back down towards 33,000. After that, then we're looking at that 28.8 level. We can see the 1272 on the Fibonacci retracement comes in right around 28.8. Worst case scenario right now, it can always get worse, but the worst case scenario that I currently would see is a sell-off down into the 1618 level, which would put us down here around 23,000. But on the flip side, the first level the bulls really need to get this price above and hold above is at 37.5, which was such strong support previously. However, that's probably going to be extremely strong resistance. But if Bitcoin's price can get above that and hold above the 37.5, then we're looking up at more than likely around 40,000 to 45.5. And in theory, if Bitcoin's price can get above 45.5, then the next target would be your 48,000 or even up in probably 52,000, which was resistance back here. So I think that pretty much wraps it up. Thought I would just do a quick video after Bitcoin dumped yesterday. And so I'll do another update on Monday as usual. So now would be a good time to shoot that subscribe button so you don't miss that updated video. If you like this video, do me a favor, spike a like. If you have questions or comments, drop them in the comment section down below. And in closing, remember, never send your money into battle without first doing your recon. See you in the next video.